What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Sunday. And I want to remind you, subscribing is for free, so do it. All right, so what's going on for July 8th? Tomorrow, guys, SPY is the big talk. Okay, we are on the daily chart here, and this thing looks super bullish, except when we go down to my indicator, we are around a lot of sell signals, okay? Except we started selling off a little bit, and then now we have the green background, which tells me we are getting bullish again. So that makes me want to go over to the 4-hour time frame, and sure enough, guys, there it is. We have our buy signal. Now the buy signal started, okay? I want to show you how you do this. If you're a swing trader, okay, you would have entered the stock at 544, 545, 546, and you would have went all the way to 554. How do you do that? You set an alert. You go up here to Trading View, and you look at this little clock, and I'm going to point an arrow right at the clock. Check it out right there. That is where your alert signals are at. You hit that and you say, I want you to tell me when there's a buy signal. Okay. I have a video on how to set that up, guys, but this is easy breezy. Okay. If you want to swing trade, if you're a day trader, it's a whole different ball game, and I'll show you what's going on with that. All right. So let's see what the important things are here. Okay. So let's just start with the fib action. Okay. You guys know I like fibbing. Okay. Not that kind of fibbing, Fibonacci. All right. So Fibonacci tells me what I need to look at our latest high, and then we break that latest high. We kind of did right here, but this is the impulse wave that broke it. There we go. So now I want to see, where did that start? That started down here. So now I'm going to go grab my fib, and I'm going to say, okay, fib doctor, how far down can this stock come? Okay. So it can retrace back to, let me grab my little nifty path arrow here. So we can retrace right back to around 549, 547 area, and then start seeing our way back up. Okay. This is what stocks do, guys. Okay. And I'm going to make that a nice little color there so you can check it out. All right. So that's what stocks do. Okay. So if we start to pull back, this is the action that's going to happen. Don't be surprised if we come back to 547. Okay. Now you might see us come back to the 550 area, which is around the 38%, right on top of the 50. Okay. So that area, that's not unheard of. That can happen. Okay. But one of the important things we need to look at, guys, is we need to go over to the 15-minute time frame. Check that out. Okay. And the most important part that we have going on right here, okay, is that you need to be careful, because we do have some classic negative divergence going on with the RSI and the stock, guys. Check that out. Stock is going up, the RSI is going down. Now, if you're new to the bull ring, okay, I do have a free course you guys can take at my website. I'll leave the link below to teach you some of this stuff. Okay. Negative divergence means that when the stock is going up and the RSI is going down, we're going to see a kaboom. Okay. This is already selling off down here. Let me point this out. Okay, we are selling off. This is the strength of the buys and sells. So they're selling off, guys. This is the strength is going down. Even though this is way high, okay, way over bot area, okay, we are starting to go down. Now, I want to show you exactly what happens when negative divergence actually develops. Okay, check this out. Okay, we had it going on back in the day. Okay, this was not too far ago, June 18th through June 20th. See the negative divergence? Okay, we're just going to map it all the way here. Okay, or we can map it there, however you prefer. And we were headed up. Okay. You can draw your line there. You can draw your line there. We were headed up. This was headed down. And then kaboom. How much did we fall? Great question. We fell about $5. Okay. $5. And it didn't take long, guys. Okay. This is probably about a day. All right. So do I expect a $5 fall coming pretty soon? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So this is why I did the fib. The fib tells me 549 area, 548. We said maybe 547, but let's just say 550, 549. That's $5 off of that price right there. Okay. It happens. It's a healthy thing. So don't worry about it. Okay. I'll tell you when to buy the put. Don't you worry. All right. So if you did want to buy a put, it's very simple, guys. Okay. I'm going to draw this out, and I want you to take a piece of paper and write this down. I'm going to map it on here. You can do a screenshot, but I'm going to show you where I personally would buy a put. Okay. I might buy a put already when the market opens. Okay. And just hold it. Okay. Look at my cloud. You got two green labels here to the side, 554, 553. I am going to come right under that 553.65 label. And right in here is where I am going to buy a nice put. Okay. So we'll mark that off, and we're going to do this professionally. This is what you guys want to do. You want to have these numbers. Okay. You want to make sure that you understand exactly what is going on. Okay. And this is going to be a nice little green bar, because we're going to call it our money bar. Okay. That's the money zone, guys. Okay. Now, how far is it going to go down? Okay. Great question. We just talked about that. All right. We are going to go to about 549. Okay. Now, if they start chopping the market, okay, this might take a couple of days, but this is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen. So, hey, guess what? We're going to let it happen. Okay. So check this out. I'm going to tell you what I call this. I call this my free money zone, guys. Okay. You want to be in that zone. Let's make that look nice and bluish. Okay, so this is where the stock is going to go, and I call it free money because it's a pullback. It's supposed to happen, but once that pullback is over, okay, it's time to run, guys. Okay, SPY is going to continue to go up. They are taking every little piece that they get in this market. Okay, look at this. Okay, they go up, go down. This is the 70 line. Okay, this is where you get overbought. Okay, they are bouncing right off of it. If it comes down, it touches, it comes up, and they're bouncing. So they are not holding back. The buyers are buying. The bulls are just being super bullish, and the bears are getting their butt kicked. Okay, that's normal. Okay, this is a bull market. This year has been just extraordinary. So remember, this is an entry here for me, 553. Okay, now when is it going to happen? It's happening. Look at this divergence. Okay, so don't be fooled. Okay, now if you guys grab my indicator, guys, it's on sale. Okay, the indicator will tell you, it'll paint these labels for you. It'll paint the cloud. When the cloud flips, that is an amazing entry. And let me show you something, because this is what's going to happen. Okay, and I'm going to make this nice and tall for you. Okay, so this happened once before and the stock went down. So let's just count how far did it pull back. Okay, let me on one. We're going to grab our info line and we're going to come down to the bottom. That was a $7 drop. Now, when the cloud flipped on the 15-minute, it went down 4.5, which is the $5 we're talking about. Okay, that's an average pullback for SPY right now, $5. Okay, so what are you going to do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to go grab this indicator for pennies a day. Okay, pennies. Okay, and you're going to wait for that cloud to turn red, and you're going to jump in. And then when this little blue line gets crossed, you stay in. Okay, you stay in. And when do you get out? Great question. Is when the cloud starts to flip back to green, or when it curls. See this curl right there. Okay, it's starting to look like a little Nike symbol. Okay, it looks like a little L being squeezed out. So that's when you get out, guys. Okay, or if you're an advanced trader and you took my advanced courses, okay, this is what we do when we are advanced traders. Okay, we know candles. Okay, and I want you to learn this. You're gonna have a big long red one with a wick, and then you're gonna have a green one with a wick. Okay, and I'm gonna move this up out of the letters. You can see those wicks right there. This means anytime you get a wick, or if you're new to trading, that little skinny stick, okay, that means that they are pushing the price up. If they weren't pushing the price up, you would not see the wick. You would see the candle filling up more like this one, but this one's green, so it's headed up. All right, so now the wicks will tell you, hey, we're going to reverse. Okay, or you can use the indicator and the cloud doesn't lie to you. Entry is here, exit is there. Now, if you're playing on the 5-minute, guys, I'm going to tell you, you need to be a little bit faster if you're going to trade on the 5-minute, meaning you need to be more experienced. Okay, now you can do it on the 5-minute. You'll enter a little bit earlier. Okay, you're going to have a little bit more pullbacks as it goes down. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is what stocks do as they drop. Okay, they'll come back and they'll meet the cloud, which I call a cloud rejection. They'll come down, pull back again, reject on the cloud, and continue on their way down. And they continue to reject at the cloud area. It's very simple. Okay, now on the 5-minute, you can actually get across the cloud. Okay, if that happens to you, get out. Okay, because you don't know if it's going to keep going up. Now on this one, it didn't. And this is why, if you're a new trader, I'm going to tell you, I prefer that you stay on the 15-minute. Okay, the 15-minute will give you a better set of candles, better set of data. You'll have this here where you don't have to get out because it didn't leave the cloud. If it leaves the cloud and you got in up here, okay, that's perfect. You can get out as soon as it crosses the cloud. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, if you're a new trader, stay on the 15-minute. If you're an experienced trader, then yes, the 5-minute will work for you. Okay, there's nothing wrong. Okay, as soon as we get down here, you get out of the trade wherever you want. You are making profits, and if you decided I'm going to get out at the first pullback, okay, meaning that when the stock decided to pull back here, okay, and you got out with a profit, cool, okay, or you got out here because you saw it going back up, okay, and so on and so on, okay, that's fine. You get out, you stay green, okay. There's nothing wrong with small greens. As a matter of fact, if you can make it 100 times where you have small greens, it's going to be a beautiful year for you. Now, if you play SPX, guys, it's the same thing, right? Just a bigger monster. The contracts are a little bit different if you're trading options, but SPX, okay, the indicator works perfectly on it, okay. I'm going to show you, I took this trade here. I like to play SPX. It's just, I just think that it moves a little bit better. I like the actual 10 times different versus the SPY, but if you want to play SPY, absolutely, you have great prices on the options, and it's not a bad deal to jump into SPY. Now, this was the entry here, okay, for SPX on the way up, okay. I missed the entry, okay. I had something else going on called Tesla, and I missed that entry, but I did see this happening right there, and I got in, okay, to SPX. Now, I did make another entry on SPX right in this area, okay. I'm gonna tell you why I did that, okay. This is where you learn, okay, the clouds is a great way to enter and exit a stock, but I saw something different, and I said, hey, I need to enter here. Because I did exit, I'm going to enter again. And the way I entered, guys, if the stock continues to run, it's very simple. This is covered in my courses. Stock is going up. It pulls back and then continues to go up. Check that out, okay? And I want you to see something that looks very common, okay? And you're going to see this in a lot of stocks, okay? This is what we call support, okay? So this right here is what they do. Okay. They start selling off a little bit, and then other people come in and buy the stock because they say, hey, I'll buy it for that price, right? And they see support. So you have the support of new buyers. Okay. So obviously it's a nice time to enter the stock, and the stock was moving slow enough for me. So I said, hey, that's a good entry. Now I'm going to draw this out, guys. There's a lot of pullbacks. Okay. So wherever you see this yellow bar, you can see that there was some support for SPX. And as you trade, you want to make sure that you're watching this. Okay. Not this red wick here. You would never enter on a red candle to the bullish side, but I did see that this happened here. Okay. See that wick? It came past that area, but then the next one was higher. So that tells me we're going up. So when you're in the stock market, guys, on the higher time frames, it's easier to do this. If you're in the 5 minute, okay, it's going to go a little bit quicker. So I will tell you right now, you need to take advanced courses for that and learn wicks and learn patterns of every stock. But these are good entries if you're ever feeling like, hey, I missed the entry. Okay, down here, okay, I didn't get in. Check that out. Okay, you have this all the way up. Now, some people don't want to get in because they think it's risky. I might lose my money. Okay, ask yourself, why am I not paper trading this? Okay, if you feel that way, you need to build confidence. Paper trade this. Don't stay out of the market. Don't just watch it and say, oh, if I got in, I would have won. No, paper trade it. Okay, don't stay on the sidelines just watching the game. Get some reps and get better. All right, now let's talk about the new big dog in the room, which is Tesla. Lots of people were jumping in and out of the stock. Okay, I will tell you that we did make some nice money in the bull ring. Some of us got in and we held for a couple of days and we made some nice money. Now, I know people that are trading this stock and they got in right here. They bought it here. And then they said, oh, it went down. I'm going to buy the dip. Oh, I'm going to buy the dip. Oh, I'm going to buy the dip. Do you know why they kept buying all the way down? It's because they don't have this indicator that tells them this is headed down, guys. When it turns green, that's when we get in. Okay. That's when we get bullish on the stock. Okay. If the stock has been trending down for a while, okay, at some point it's going to go back up. Okay. Rejection. We talked about this in the last couple of videos. Rejection, and then boom, we finally get out. Okay, and it took a free rejection. I tell you, usually it's 3 to 4 times. Okay, and we did show the few times up there. All right, now we have a very special moment here for Tesla. And guys, I've played Tesla for a long time. Okay, and I'm going to tell you something right now. You do not want to try to short Tesla. Okay, Tesla will surprise you and it will take your money. Okay, so this is a resistance area, which I know they're going to blow through that. Okay, then we'll have another one there. Okay, then another one there. Okay, and all I'm doing here, guys, I'm just looking for those tall wicks. Okay, and this is all previous rejection. Okay, guess what? Tesla's going to hit 400. Okay, I said 300 in a couple of videos ago, but we're going to go to 400. So if you know charts, you know exactly what I see here. Okay. And what do I see? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's just start with my buy signal, guys. Look at this. This is the monthly chart. Okay. It might take us 2 weeks, 4 weeks. Okay. Now remember, if we say 30 days, 1 month, okay, which is the monthly chart here. If we say it's going to take 1 month to get to 400, how much would you invest, right? But do your own homework. Don't go off of me, guys. Go do your due diligence. August 8th, they have the unveiling of the Robo Taxi. Okay. You do have a buy signal down here. Okay. And I don't want to hear, and I know some of you guys will say, how come you didn't tell me? I'm telling you now, watch the videos. All right. Check this out. That's why I love charts, because charts don't lie. I'm going to draw a line. This is the last buy signal. If I draw a line straight up, okay, and I'm going to point this to, what do we want? Let's do a green, a dark green for money, okay? We have a nice pair up here. Look at these candles. What happened to the stock last time we got that buy signal? It went up, okay? Of course, it rejected here, but it went up over $100. Are you kidding me? On the monthly signal. Guess what Wall Street looks like? You think Wall Street's looking at the 5 minute only? No. You think those hedge funds are looking at the 5 minute only? No. They're looking at the weekly and monthly charts. Why do you think that we continue to go up? Because they know there's room to run. And I'm going to show you, okay? Let's pop up the RSI one more time, okay? Check that RSI. That RSI is at midline, okay? It has still got a lot of room to go up here. The buy signal is at midpoint. It's got a lot of room to climb up, okay? Now, will this go up? Absolutely. Everything is fine. They're starting to make money now, guys. This is what everybody wanted. All right. So if that's not enough to convince you, I'm just going to take everything off the chart. And I'm going to show you something super simple. Let's just look at what we had going on with Tesla. That's right. They had a falling wedge, guys. Okay. And look at that. Okay. We were falling and now we are going to do the implied move. And what would that be? What does that equal up here? Wow. 361. Can you imagine that? That's almost 400, guys. Okay. Now, what are the chances that they can get up higher? Very big. Okay. Very big. Why? Because look at this. This is all a big gap. Okay. You don't see a full candle. All right. For a little bit here. Okay. And it's red. They sold off. So guess what? They're going to challenge and they're going to try to get up there. Okay. Let's say they got up to 400 and reject it. Let's say they got up to 385 and reject it. Don't you want to be part of that, guys? Okay. It's very simple. Go in small. Okay. start with your paper trade. Okay, paper trade it for a couple of days and see what's going on with the stock. Is it really developing? Okay, I'm gonna leave this right here, guys, and we're gonna check on this in a week. Now, I've been talking about Meta as well, guys, and let me just show you something why you need this indicator. The indicator pays for itself. It's pennies a day. Look at that. Wouldn't you have liked to jump into that trade right when the cloud flipped there? Oh, yeah, that's about $211. And look at where it's at now, 539, guys, okay? This is what you need. You need to be around a team that is looking at charts on the monthly level so that you get the alerts, and then looking at them even at the weekly level, okay? The weekly level would have told you to get in a little bit earlier, guys. Okay, this is what Wall Street looks at. They have clouds like this, and they know if we're not crossing the clouds, we're staying in. And that's exactly what's going on with Meta. Now, where's Meta going to go? I promise you, Meta would be over $700 in under 2 years. They've got so many good things going on with actual AI and other stuff they're working on. Okay, but let's just go ahead and mark off their support. Okay, they're building a nice little stairway to heaven here. Okay, and they had an all-time high. Okay. Look at that. That is perfect purchasing. There's a lot of people that are loving it, and companies are buying it for their customers. Okay. If we look at the 4 hour, we can see exactly the same thing. Okay. Now, if I was going to enter Tesla, okay, guys, if you remember from my previous videos, okay, I'm going to go over to the 15-minute. Okay. The 15-minute is a perfect time to swing this. Meta is way over bought on the 15-minute. So I am going to wait for a pullback. If they continue to take off, guys, that is not part of my trading strategy. That is a risk there. Sure, I can go in there and scalp it for a little bit, but what I do expect is for this to pull back. Okay. Now look at that impulsive wave. Like, it is just tremendous. Okay. So we did have an entry. Okay. That was the high. So let's just take this impulse wave, and if we went off of that high, we're looking at 523 as a pullback. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. I think they're going to keep taking this baby up, but I will tell you, let's check out the last support area that would give us somewhat of a pullback. 534, I could see 533. Okay. But it is super bullish right now, and there's people that just love what's going on, guys. So keep Meta on your watch list. Okay. This is something I'm going to recommend that you watch. Okay. Understand that that's a support area. Okay. And that's a support area on the 15-minute. So if you were going to trade it, okay, look for it to retrace to these numbers and pull back up. Okay, it could see this here, or it could see this here and hit up, and it could do the same with this bad boy down here. Okay, and then hit up. Check that out. That worked out nice. So that can happen, guys. That is what usually happens with really good stocks. If you go study their candles, you can see they've done that plenty of times. This is a good picture here. Okay, went up. Check that out. Okay, went all the way here, and then they retrace back. Went up, retrace, of course, consolidated here, and then shabam. And of course, they do retrace back. Okay, and you're looking at that was about $6 move. So you can expect $6 from Meta. I almost call them Facebook. You can expect a $6 drop, maybe $7, just depending on what's happening. Because remember, SPY will be pulling back this week. All right, let's take a look at NVIDIA, guys. I'm going to tell you, be very careful with NVIDIA. NVIDIA does not know what it wants to do. Okay, and this happened on the last 15-minute candle of the trading hour on Friday, which is not a good sign. Okay, so NVIDIA had built some support right in this area, and then it broke that support, but it did find this little wick down here to give it some support. And will it continue up, or is it going to fill this gap here all the way back down to 121? If I go to the extended time frame, it already broke. Okay, but you never know. When the market opens up, it could pop back up, okay, and go bullish. Okay, cloud turned red, and we went under our little blue line, which is our 50 EMA, guys. Okay, this does not look good for NVIDIA. However, they do have a lot of support down here, and we're just going to draw this whole area out. Okay, and I would even go to say that this here is more support. If you're not used to a stock doing what NVIDIA is doing, because they split and then now they have, you know, all kinds of haters and they're trying to create bad news for them, okay, then don't play it for now, guys. You can try to scalp it on the 15-minute, entering in and out, but if you're going to buy shares for the long term, okay, this is a good price point. Okay, now it can go to 105. We talked about that scenario in one of my previous videos. Okay, and you see down here, okay, this is a 115. We have a lot of room that they can fall into, but remember, this is NVIDIA. If I can sell you NVIDIA at 115, would you buy it? Heck yeah, I would buy it. If it went down to 105, you bet I'm going to start buying a lot. Okay, and that's what people are going to do. So don't worry, it's choppy right now because they are literally holding this thing down, and there's a lot of sell-off. People make profits. They're taking profits. I'm talking about millions and millions and billions of orders, guys. If I show you an order profile on NVIDIA, this thing has billions of orders waiting for it to be sold. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. I'll show you one of my indicators, and it's an order profile. We have so many orders, okay, that are just here as support. Look at this, 3.382 billion orders, 3.5 billion, 5.6 billion. This stock is not going to leave here, but look at all this. Okay, so this is an order profile, but this is a net order profile, meaning if I take all the buys and sells, okay, I take the buys and minus them from the sells, I see what's left over. There's more buys here than sells, and there's more sells than buys here. Okay, so if I expand that, and let me just show you what that looks like when I expand it, it is getting real ugly up here. Check this out. Okay, 3.95 billion sales, 3.11 billion sales, and you have quite a few up here, but these are the two bad boys right there. We need 7 billion shares to be sold, and then Nvidia can make it up to 140. Okay, so that's the kind of stuff that's going on. This is a waiting game, so you have to be very careful if you're going to enter it. You have to understand there's a lot of buyers at the bottom who wouldn't, right? But know that Nvidia is not going to crash. A lot of people think, oh, that's it, it hit the top, it's going back down to. Be quiet, guys. These are people that don't know charts. Now, I know some of you guys like to play QQQ as well, and I want to show you something that's very similar in the stock market. So first off, let's look at QQQ support. Okay, it is building a nice little support here. It came back down and started going on another little bull run, and you can see just based off the wicks and the candles, the support has had in the past. Okay, now I want to show you something that is very, very familiar with another stock. That little blue line right there, guys, that is SPY. And look at whatever SPY does, QQQ is doing. Now, why would it do that? Okay, remember these trust funds, okay, or ETFs, carry the same stock. So they have Nvidia, they have Tesla, they have Apple. So if Apple, Microsoft, everybody else is going up, of course, QQQ is going to go up. Okay, so QQQ is doing the same thing that SPY is doing. Okay, have you guys ever heard of the RSP? The RSP will show you that it is part of Invesco's SPY. So Invesco has a SPY, but they call it RSP. So in case you're ever interested in that, guys, you can go check it out. Now, we do have the same thing going on. Remember, negative divergence with QQQ. Why? Because it is following SPY or following all of the Mag 7. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a interesting number here. Okay, see that? So we have the same thing, negative divergence. I'm going to give you a number, guys. 22%. Okay, between Apple, Nvidia, and Microsoft, they are 22% of SPY. Okay, so they are moving this thing more than Apple ever did in the past. Okay, so I can just imagine it's the same thing for QQQ. Okay, we have the sell signal down here. Let me point that out, and we have the negative divergence. Okay, so if you're playing QQQ, let's throw that fib on it, and let's figure out how far down will this potentially come down, and that is the 494 area, guys. So if you're playing QQQ, expect this to pull back sometime this week. Okay, to about 494, 493 area, and then it can continue up. Now, if it gets rejected in this area here, okay, and it could go down, but I suspect they're going to keep running it for a little bit, but there will be a pullback, and anytime there's a pullback, obviously, everything's on sale. People are going to come in and buy. Again, I appreciate you guys tuning into the channel, okay, and until the next video, guys, stay bullish, my friends.